Hi Hugh Middleton, my name is Grahame Baker Smith. I'm the illustrator for this book, Leon and the Place Between. And I just want to tell you I'm thrilled that you're using this as part of your Studies for World Book Day. So that's fantastic, thank you for that. Now Miss Robinson has told me that there's some budding writers and artists among you, and wondered if I could just show a few things about producing a book as an illustrator, how you go about that. So I want to tell you the first thing. This is what I started with this. This is what most books start with. It's a story. It's a story. And it comes pieces of typewritten paper like this, which you then split up. You can see the red ink here. This is splitting each part of the text into possible spreads for illustrating. So that is the very first step for me and for most books. Okay, so you've got your story written, you split it up into spreads. The next stage is trying to imagine what those spreads might look like. And for that you need a little mini plan. I don't know if you can see this okay, but if you look at that, here we have each spread of the book, page by page, with tiny little drawings on. Now, this is really just for content. It doesn't mean that you then copy that and just make full finished artwork out of it. This is really just to show some idea of what you might have in each page. So nothing's fully worked out at this stage. And you might want to try that. If you're making a book yourself, you might just want to sketch, it could even be stick men. It doesn't have to be anything finished or good. As you can see from this, they're pretty crummy drawings really. And also, I'll show you the cover. This is how the cover began, and this is what it ended up like. You see, actually in that case, it's not too far off. You get this content is actually fairly similar to what I ended up with. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a couple of ways in which I put some of the elements for this book together. Once I've got the sort of plan made, I start sketching the characters to try and imagine what they might look like. This is one of the drawings I ended up with as a sort of a decision as to how each individual would look. And of course I used that in this spread too, as you can see. And over the page there's this one, the crowd scene, and you can see again that really just started with a lot of little drawings of the people who might appear in the crowd. Like that. You see this guy is him here. And this chap is him. Some didn't make it in. Once the drawings are done, they're painted, and then I use Photoshop to cut them out and insert them into a composition. If you have a look at this spread, you will see on the curtains some drawings of horses and a sun here. Well, this is how they started off. Pen and ink, simple line drawing. Here's the horses. And then once again, those are scanned and put into Photoshop and then overlaid over this fabric texture to make it look as if the horses are actually printed on the curtains. I just wanted to show you another element that's part of this book, and that is the painting itself. This is a painting of Leon, a nice big portrait of him. This is painted in acrylics, and you guys can do this. You've got paint, you've got brushes, you've got paper, simple basic stuff. This is what it looked like in the printed finished version. So once again, I've used software, I've used a computer, and I've put shading on it and stuff like that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that really it's about drawing, it's about painting, and it's about story. The Photoshop side of things, the computer side of things is another thing altogether. It's quite technical and complicated. But right at the heart of it, right at the basis of all these things, is the stuff that you can do yourself. Drawing, painting, storytelling. That's where the magic is, that's where the magic begins, and that's what you guys have. This is one of my favourite spreads in the book. It's got lots and lots and lots of elements in it, and I've got to tell you, this took 6 weeks to make from beginning to end, from the first drawings to the final file made on the computer with all the images together. There you see it on my computer there. So yeah, it's kind of sort of a madness really, spending that kind of time on a piece of work, but you know, it's very intense. You get really totally into it, engrossed in this other world, and I'm sure you know what I mean. When you're drawing, time flies, doesn't it? And it's a wonderful way to spend 6 weeks of your life. Right then, Hugh Middleton, that's a little bit of how I put this book together, and now it's over to you. Basically, I want you to just let your imaginations go wild, and you don't have to do anything like I've done here. You can use all kinds of different techniques. You can cut up bits of coloured paper and stick them together. You can make amazing things like that. Bits of fabric. You could make a three-dimensional place between a box. You know, you open it up, three-dimensional world inside. You could do tiny drawings and use your photocopier to blow them up, or big drawings and scale them down, and just play around and see what happens. Did I already say have fun? But that's one of the most important things. Have fun, use your imagination, and if anyone wants to ask me anything, then Miss Robinson has my email. Very happy to get your questions. If you want to do that, that's fine. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.